Bing, 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 and we're live. It is the Martin Fowler is what we call this scrum. We have Paul and Pat and Matt and myself, Sam. Let me give you some updates. Yesterday I managed to get the registration document for our new charity, which is the Agile Ventures is now officially recognised as a UK charity, and I've sent that off to certain people who are interested in that, just Slack and Heroku. I'm now going through some process with some TechSoup or something, which is like Slack has some other organization that does verification of charities. So I'm going through that, and they want like accounts and a spreadsheet and stuff. So that's kind of, more stuff to be done. That may at some point lead us to getting, like more Slack history available or a better deal with Slack. We will see. We will see. But so that's started. Other things that I've achieved recently, we reviewed the new pages for the self-paced run of the Agile development using Ruby on Rails MOOC, and that's going forward. And so the part 1 should start on January 31st, and part 2 should start on February 28th. And so moving towards that. Main things I guess I got 2 outstanding things to do are look at the new DREE servers for local support, which they've got now running in Europe, and I think is running faster for us. So I need to do a new comparison. I'm going to go and see DREE tomorrow for a big meeting to talk all about that. And then the other thing is I need to get the SPOCs, which is the smaller versions of the MOOCs for other instructors around the world, ready. And I think I must do that this morning. I have started on a draft also of my talk for the upcoming online DevOps conference. So lots of things to do. Not sure how much time I'm going to have for programming today. I think it's going to be reviewing pull requests, providing help, and just getting on with the admin build up from my week off. That was me. Next in was Paul. Paul, how are things going with you?
Well, I was working on a bug to run company person email instructions for changing their email. That turned out to be very straightforward. However, I ran into a problem running the tests, which around the email validation, which I think from reading some of the issues, that is a known problem that Patrick has been working on. So I've spent some time over the time off that I've had installing Bash for Ubuntu for Windows to see if I could work around some of my testing issues with that. I managed to get that working okay, and can now run Firefox, Ubuntu Firefox, using a Windows X terminal emulator. So that's looking pretty good. So I think that's quite promising. And that's it for me.
Great stuff. Thanks, Paul. Let's go on to Matt. How are things going with you?
See, good. I think I think I noticed you merged the Twitter PR.
If I did, I didn't intend to.
Oh, maybe that was when you did a squash or something. Okay, maybe then I guess you didn't, unless
someone else did.
Oh, because
it still appears to be there.
Said something like, it looks like it's ready now. And then I thought you merged it, but maybe.
I think what happened was that Sage, I think Sage put a PR in. And so that was what you might have seen in the website.
That's what I noticed. Yeah, unfortunately, that was my bug too. I guess I introduced a comma in the schema.db.
Yeah. Oh, well, don't worry. I was a little surprised about that. Like, why that would. Anyway, we'll look into that.
Yeah. Anyways, that was good. So I'm not sure what I'm doing. I just woke up, but I'm gonna look at the Twitter thing again, and hopefully today maybe move to something else.
Sure. Yes.
Well, I want to wrap it up though. I don't want to leave it in any bad state.
No. Sure. Yes, and it sounds like. I mean, I think from what Michael was saying, you're both making. I mean, it's turning out to be really quite a complex feature, isn't it? I mean, there's so many different moving parts.
Yeah, it is. It's pretty much refactoring what was pretty much working, but that's okay. It's fine. It turned out I learned a lot.
Yeah, that's the thing, and I think what we certainly shouldn't be afraid of is to split some other things out into refactoring. I think I was just having this discussion with Corey in this is his pull request on the website one, and you know, when you have the legacy code base, you can start working on a small piece, and you can easily find like 8 different pieces of other things to refactor and to do, and there's always more work, and I think there's an extent to which, you know, from a motivation point of view, you just have to say, draw a line under it and say, okay, well, these other things to do, put them into other tickets, you know, have a break, come back to them later, or let other people deal with it.
We'll draw the line and
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, thanks so much for taking that on. As I said, I've got already 6 or 7 exciting blog posts out of it, so you know, it's all good stuff. Cool. All right, yeah. Well, that's our Scrum then. So I guess I've got a couple of things to sort of draw Pat's attention to. Potentially, I mean, I guess what I should look through the latest updates on the that Twitter pull request. Paul and Matt, Paul and Pat, do you need to coordinate on Met Plus at the moment, or? Oh, sorry, we haven't done Pat yet, have we? That's Pat. I'm a bad Scrum Master. Sorry, we haven't done Pat. Just forget all of that. Pat, let's focus entirely on Pat. Pat, how are things going with you?
Well, good. I've got my internet access back, which is like going back to the start. It's unbelievable when you lose it for a few days. You realize it's so essential, like electricity.
I have no idea what you mean. I mean, it's like this away from internet. I just heard white noise as you said that.
Yes, life ceases to exist as we know it. That's for sure, or be worth living for that matter. For myself, so I've been working on a couple projects. One is the SHF, the Ethical Dog Companies thing in Sweden. I did some peer reviews. We had a client meeting with the client rep, the admin Ulrika.
Oh, right.
And that was that, I think it was Friday. Can't remember right now.
Good stuff.
And she's agreed to do regular meetings. So I think we'll go to a bi-weekly client meeting schedule. So fantastic. I think we've been missing that, and that's one of the last pieces. There's a few more pieces we need to put in place to really operate as a Scrum, you know, an agile team. Anyway, but we're making progress. So it's all good. And I just submitted a PR this morning for searching for companies and dog companies, and that's out there. So on MetPlus, I did some PR reviews. I submitted a PR for the email validation bug that's stopping everybody else from getting their PRs in. And Paul, you probably know this, that we use an external email validator, and it's now calling a few of our emails that worked in cucumber testing. Now they're being deemed invalid for some reason. Something changed on the widget.com side or whatever. So anyway, that's fixed in the PR, but it's not merged. I will ping Hua this morning. I'll let him know that's an urgent thing because it's blocking other people. And I created a story to refactor our jobs index page if somebody wants to take that. That's a non-trivial story. It's not really complex, but it's something that I think is important, and I could do it, or anybody else who wants to take it could do it as well. If you're interested in that, Paul, let me know. It sounds like you're busy. Yeah, okay, take a look at that. Once you get your environment stood up, that's good progress. For today, I will be working on MetPlus. I'll review the production budget and the planning status again. I've seen some dialogue going back between yourself, Sam, and Hua, which I need to catch up on.
Yeah.
And I've created a bunch of cleanup stories. I still mark them as MVP, minor bugs, things like that. So I may take 1 or 2 of those and work on those for MetPlus, because we are getting to the point where we're going to be ready for MVP from the software point of view. And I will start spending a little bit more time. I've ignored the wiki.ed project, the wiki edu dashboard project for the past few days. I'm busy with the other 2 projects, so I'll spend some time on that today. And we'll have a regular Scrum today in the afternoon, including Sage, Rage, Sauce, and the other folks on the project. And that's it for me.
Oh, great. Thank you, Pat. Yes, there we go. So I guess the things on my mind are, so one, Pat, you and I have got this discussion going on about the wiki edu thing, which is that I mean, and others may be interested in this, that they are putting together a grant proposal to get some money to pay Agile Ventures to like sort of help drive the thing forward with some project management. And anyway, Pat, we can carry on. The stuff that I was saying to you, I passed on to Sage, and he seemed to be like, yep, that sounds about kind of right. And you know, so we're sort of, yeah, we'll see. I guess all of it is sort of tentative on what happens going forward. But in principle, you would be interested in taking a slightly more active role in the Wiki EDU project.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I've already tried to steer a few AV people to that project. I think I've got Hinesh interested in it. I tried to get Tong Wei interested, but she didn't seem to be interested in React. But anyway, we'll continue with that.
Yeah. Tong Wei, I saw yesterday, and she's kind of interested in the event manager project. So she's sort of checking out stuff there. And I think that's like in the best of all worlds. The way, we have a pantheon of different projects in Agile Ventures, and people drift to the things that interest them. We find a good match for people. But yeah, and I think it's a nice. What Sage is proposing is a nice model where the value add as well that Agile Ventures can provide is that project management organization, and those people who need to make faster progress on their projects can pay more to get more attention. So I think that's good. So the other thing then, oh gosh, so yeah, you mentioned working out all of the this is the technical and payment requirements for MetPlus. There's something else. Come on, brain. The scrums. Yes. Sorry. This is. So I was telling Matt I was about this yesterday. So what I've done on Meetup.com is I've adjusted it to be like only mention it on Wednesdays, and I was in the AV community talk chat room. I just wanted to draw your attention to this, Pat. I was asking you and Joao about maybe we would do a similar adjustment to the Americas Scrum. Anyway, do check out AV Community Talk. We don't have to take other people's time on diving into this. I just wanted to, while I had you here, you know the AV Community Talk channel on AV, right?
Yes, and I apologize. I did see your posting. I forgot to reply to it. The answer is yes. Okay. Let's go ahead and do that, please. Good.
Okay. Well, that's good to know. Okay. So do Pat and Paul, do you want to have a separate MetPlus hangout now? Are you guys going to work independently, or what's up?
What do you think, Paul?
I wonder if Paul is actually frozen there. Maybe he's.
I think it's just the video, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, well, I would assume it would be the video rather than him. I mean, we don't want to rule it out. Everything is possible. He may have been hit by one of the crew's freeze rays, so that's So Matt, I haven't looked through the updates on this the Twitter thing yet. I guess I would probably do that now offline and leave comment. I guess. Do you have any immediate questions that?
No, I got to look at. Michael did a few things after me.
Okay.
I can look at that first, and then I'll let you know.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll leave you with that, and reach out to me later on. I might have some time to jump into a hangout. So certainly give support over Slack going through it. I think I must kind of do all these other admin things for. Oh, of course. What is happening is it is Thursday today, isn't it? So we're going to have our mob programming session, aren't we? And yes, what time did I say that we were doing our mob programming session?
An hour later, I think. Right?
Yeah, that's what I suggested. Although it turns out that I think Zizo can't make it. I wonder if it makes sense to move it to the weekend. Right. So that would be now in like 2.25 hours from now.
No, like 1.25, isn't it?
That was what it would if we look at the channel.
Oh, you're right. No, you're right.
Yeah, to 2.25 hours. So anyway, so I'll definitely see you then, if not before. Cool. All right. Great. Anything else we need to work out, Pat? Anything else on your mind?
No, I think I'm good right now.
All right. That's our Scrum. Great. Pat, a very happy New Year again. Great to see you, and catch up with you very soon.
Yeah, great. Sounds good.
All right. Bye for now.
Thanks, everybody. Bye.
Yes. Bye.